And joining me again in commentary is Jacinta Carroll, and our first competitor on a 14.25 metre line, Anna Isamard from France.
Now, Anna-Ise has been over in New Zealand with men's slalom champion Aaron Larkham training, so she's used to quite the rough water, but obviously the Yarra is always testing even on a good day.
Yeah, well, a great mentor is Aaron Larkham. Of course, he's a previous winner here, so he would bring plenty of experience to Anna-Ise's slalom. So she needs to run this 13-metre pass because this and plenty more today is going to be what it takes to take out this event. So Anna-Ise edging into boy number 3. Oh, she's pulled out of shape around 3, and, well, a very untimely fall there. Anna-Ise Ahmad, unbelievable. Our first competitor off the dock.
An amazing place to ski. It's very crowded. It's really good to be here. I only had a week training before coming as I'm working in Paris, so I'm not in my better shape. But no, I'm of course disappointed, but it's good to be here.
And now from Australia, Catherine Humphries. Well, Jacinta, Catherine is a past winner here, and she'll really be using her experience here this afternoon on the Yarra.
Yes, now as you can see, Catherine isn't the tallest of competitors out there, which is vital in the slalom event, yet she uses her strength and muscles to get her way down the pass every year on the Yarra River.
Well, she really fought hard for this one because this is the 12-metre pass that we're watching, and that's why she is so happy to have run that. Well, it gives her a crack at what could be a winning score. She takes in boy number 1 at 11.25, and that will be all for Catherine Humphries. Well skied anyway, the Australian. And a great day on the water. The Melbourne crowd just absolutely lapping up the women's slalom final. And on the water now, Karen Truelove from the USA.
Now, Karen's the 2011 reigning Moomba Masters Slalom champion, and as you can see, it looks like she feels like home out on the water of the Yarra River.
Looking very comfortable. Now, this was the 12-metre pass that we saw Catherine Humphries run, so she's now going to shorten to 11.25 and see if she can take the lead. The lead is 1. She gets good angle through the gates, turns around boy number 1, a little bit short out of 1, but gets to 2. Oh, hooks it around 2. That's a great turn from Karen. Oh, but she gets to 3, a little late into 3, and 3 on 11.25 will be all she can score, but it may be good enough to win. Very interesting situation starting to develop here in the women's slalom final.
3:11. Do you think it's going to be enough to win it?
I don't know. Well, right now I'm tied, so I guess worst case scenario will be in a runoff. So I don't know. It could be, but you just never know. It's ever changing out there. I mean, it can change so much from skier to skier. So, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past one of these two girls to take it. So we'll see.
And now picking up Regina Jaquess from the USA on her 12-metre line.
Regina is the current world record holder with a score of 2 boys on the short 10.25 metre line. Now she's out here on the 12-metre line, working a little harder than I believe she'd want to at the moment. However, with some strength, she's managed to get down to the end of the pass.
Yeah, it's a little bit late out of some of those turns, but she creates such great angles. She just picks up everything she loses. Now she's going to have a crack at the lead. It's 3 at 11.25, which is what she's on. Oh, stands it up around 1. She's in trouble out of 2. She's going to have to reach to 3. She does. Oh, but she only manages to tie thus far with Karen Truelove with a score of 3 at the 11.25 metre line. Well, now we move to Brianne Dodd from Canada.
Brianne Dodd, wife of Ryan Dodd, who won the jump event last year at Moomba Masters, out on the water now. She's obviously, just like Catherine Humphrey, not the tallest of women in the event. However, with her perfectly stable body position and lightness behind the boat, she manages to run that pass.
Well, that's the thing with the lighter competitors. They need to replace that reach with technique, and Brianne Dodd, a great example of that. Okay, 11.25, going for the lead now. Remember, the lead is 3. Has to stretch around 1. She does, though. Gets around boy number 2, keeps a tight line, gets to 3. Oh, she's got to turn 4 to get into the lead, and she gets to boy number 4. Well, and she was hanging on for dear life, but the handle reefed from her hand, but 3.5 moves Brianne Dodd into the lead of women's slalom final. And as we go to replay, you'll see a great example of just how she has to reach for boy number 1. Pushes that ski out and around, but perfect form out of boy number 1. Turns around 2. the slow motion camera really gives a great example of the strength of this young lady. She's stretching for buoy 4. She gets a lot of slack rope and she hangs on to try and get the extra half a point and pulled straight over the front of the ski. But great performance there from Brianne Dodd. Now we go to Whitney McClintock on her 12-metre pass. She needs to run this and some. How do you think she'll go, Jacinta?
Oh, Whitney is always a competitor who can step it up in the biggest of tournaments. She's won the past 2 World Championships, and I wouldn't be surprised if she brings that form that she's carried through those World Championships onto the Yarra River.
Well, first-time visitor to the Moomba Masters, and she's really adapting the conditions so quickly. But she's such a tall girl, great build for slalom. Whitney McClintock combines it with fantastic form, turns that ski out of 2, great angle. Well, she only has to get to buoy number 4 and around it and back to the wake to win, and she gets a lot of slack rope though. She didn't do it easy, but she is happy. The Moomba Masters champion in women's slalom 2012, Whitney McClintock. And the crowd really enjoying this fantastic level of skiing as Whitney McClintock laps up their applause, and she's just loving being the Queen of Moomba in women's slalom for the year 2012.
So Whitney McClintock, world champion, you've won trick, just won slalom. How do you feel?
It's amazing. I'm so excited to be here. It's my first time coming to Moomba, first time in Australia. It's just been an amazing experience. Every step of the way I've kind of just been a little behind what I wanted to do here, so coming through in the finals, taking the wins, so amazing.
Yeah, Yarra seems to be working for you. So how's your preparation coming into the event?
I've been skiing quite a bit. I live in Orlando, Florida, and the weather's been absolutely beautiful in Orlando all winter, so had a really good season preparing, and just came in thinking I'm just going to ski the way I can ski and see how it works out, and apparently it worked this time.
And as results come to hand, one boy separating third from first. Third place, Regina Jaques from the USA. Second place, Brianne Dodd from Canada. In first, Whitney McClintock, also from Canada.